military personnel there. Neil immediately struck me as a happy, youthful, and gregarious character with an infectious laugh. He was playful, mischievous, yet also wise and measured, as well as diplomatic. And over the years, I got to know him better. He always had a wise word of advice for me and a strategic approach to offer any issue one might care to share with him. He was the son of an auctioneer who owned several properties. Neil was one of 5 siblings. He had 4 brothers. He grew up in Kingston, Jamaica, as we know, and he enjoyed a rather privileged background, for those of you who don't know, in comparison to his contemporaries. He also received a very good education, which served him well later in his adopted country. Neil first came to Britain in his late teens, joining the RAF as a ground crew engineer. He was a proud Jamaican who prepared to do his part for the mother country. He was also a very private man, for the most part. When he received his MBE in 2001, he would often remind those of us who forgot that it was Neil Flanagan MBE. Thank you very much. So I got to know Neil well over the years, and along with a couple of other veterans like Noel Davis and Alan Wilmot, and of course Mr. Fairweather, Tony, your father, your uncle. I used to visit his house, by the way, in Croydon. I sent you an email about that. So these wonderful veterans, the Trust arranged to deliver a number of school workshops in which Neil and others would come and tell young people about their experiences in World War II. In the early years of the new millennium, Neil introduced me to interpreting. He'd been doing the job for a while, and obviously the time had come for him to retire. I never even knew such a role existed, ladies and gentlemen. I was signed to that agency which he was signed, which is called Loma Translations. It always brings a smile to my face when I think about Neil's erudite, dulcet tones interpreting hardcore Jamaican patois to unsuspecting prosecutor, judge, or jury. Good times. In fact, I remember a particular incident, I won't go into detail, where a prosecutor asked me to interpret which would be the slang for toilet paper. I think we might know. Those of you who don't know the term, I felt I was betraying the cause by having to interpret to this prosecutor. Anyway, in recent years, Jacqueline Morrison, sister on the right, and I would visit Neil at his home in Camberley, and we would help with his garden. Neil didn't mind Jackie coming along, as he had a legendary eye for the ladies, as we all heard. And he should have been given a medal for being able to keep his hands in check. Anyway, we took some photographs, didn't we? The second to last time we went, we planned to do something with Alan Titchmark. I don't know if you know Alan Titchmark sometimes redesigns people's gardens. We sent some pictures. Truth be told, his garden was kept to